What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing some more Rank 9 battles. First opponent here is Blade 15783. Gonna lead with the Garchomp. So we did switch into the Giratina Origin today, tested out in the lead position. Garchomp is gonna have a very favorable position against us. Now we switch into Kyogre here, which is kind of our safe switch, I guess. And Garchomp is gonna go for the Sand Tomb, which is gonna lower the defense on the Kyogre, so we're in a very bad position here against the Dialga. I go for the Thunder here, which is not the correct move. Gonna be resisted anyways. We're not running Blizzard. Fortunately, he does shield, so we got lucky there. He may have thought it was a Blizzard. He's gonna take us out. He has a lot of energy stored here, so we're gonna have to bring in the Rhyperior, but commit a shield, and we may have to commit 2 shields because it looks like this Dialga is gonna be able to get to 1 more Iron Head before we could farm it down. And actually gets to it very quickly. So we could survive this Iron Head, but I'm not sure if that's the correct play there. Now I'm forced to use the superpower, which I do not do. Got too greedy there, and we maintain the shield, but we lose our Rhyperior and our Kyogre. And now it's pretty much Giratina against 2 Pokemon. But the Garchomp alone is already enough to beat this Giratina Origin. So very bad play on our part. I go for the Omnis Wind bait there. He does not take it. Shadow Ball wouldn't have KO'd, but it would have put us in a better position. Either way, we're going to end up losing this match. I guess technically our win condition is to get the boost on Omnis Wind, so it makes sense to go for it here actually. But we don't know what he has in the back. Could be weak to Giratina. Either way, my opponent's going to take this win here, and that's a good game. So game number 2 here. And we are going to match up against Verlis Wolfpack. And he is going to lead with the Machamp. So this isn't too bad of a situation for Kyogre. We will win. This waterfall does so much damage. And this Machamp, this is most likely going to be a cross chop. It's going to do decent damage, but we could still take it. And we could really commit a lot of pressure here with Surf because these waterfalls are doing so much damage that he's going to have to shield. He wants to keep the Machamp alive, which he does. This second cross chop I'm probably going to shield here. And we will be able to get to the Surf, but I'm going to see if I commit to a farm down. I can't, and I actually go for the Surf, but we CMP tie, so this is very bad. Have to use my second shield as a result. And this Machamp, and it's so unfortunate for us because we could have farmed down, but we already clicked the Surf, so we go down a shield and we waste our energy. This Dialga is going to come in and just farm us down. I'm going to bring in the Rhyperior here, which is a very bad situation because we do not have any shields left. He switches out into Metagross, which is very interesting. And I'm going to bring in the Giratina, so this is a very good position for us. And I think if he had just left in the Dialga, to be honest, we would have probably ended up losing this match. But this situation here gives us more of a chance, I believe. I go for the Omnis Wind bait because I kind of have to there. I get the boost, which is probably going to allow us to survive this Meteor Mash, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure. No, I won't. That's a little too optimistic there. And I try to farm down here, which I do get to, and we have enough for 2 superpowers, I believe. This Dialga has no more shields. Not sure if the Omnis Wind boost actually mattered much there. More importantly was that switch by our opponent. And Iskandar Fizzero is the 3rd matchup here on the card. We are switching into the Kyogre lead this time because we were running into a lot of matches that weren't too favorable for the Giratina. So we bring in Kyogre. This is a close match against Melmetal, but it does favor Kyogre, at least in the 1 and 2 shield situations. Opponent switches on into Giratina Origin. I'm going to bring in, Giratina Altered. We're going to bring our own Giratina Origin here. And unfortunately, my opponent farmed up a little too much energy. So he's going to have a lot of charge moves ready to go, and that's going to make us commit to some shields. And this isn't the best situation we're in now. We're already down a shield. Giratina is beating us in health. I have to bait here with the Ominous Wind because I'm expecting the shield to be used. Oh, that they have 2 shields. We don't get the boost. And this Dragon Claw will put us very near into KO range, but I only have my Rhyperior and Kyogre in the back, neither of which could do really well against this Giratina, so I have to invest both shields to the Giratina Origin. I go for the Ominous Wind, we get the boost, and now this time the boost is definitely going to help because this is not going to do any damage. We're going to be able to get to an Ominous Wind, which will KO at this range now because of the boost. So that definitely benefited us in this matchup here, as opposed to the last match. This is where the boost is very fortunate for us. And look at these Thunders, they aren't doing anything. We managed to get to another Ominous Wind because our opponent didn't want to waste their energy. And as a result of that, I'm going to bring in my Kyogre here, which already has energy stored. And our opponent's going to faint out with all of that energy. Brings in the Snorlax and he's just going to leave the match. So we take game number 3 there. Head into game number 4 against Hayashima. And a little bit of lag here on the screen. Oh, there's an error. So that match didn't count. We're going to face against Victor Chu 1003 instead. And this is the 4th game. So going with the Kyogre against the Dialga lead. Very, very bad situation for us. Now, I could switch into the Rhyperior, but again, I don't like to bring in my hard counter just because they could switch on, then I'm kind of screwed. So I'm going to just go for this Surf here instead. Now, it's kind of risky to do this with Kyogre to try and build up for the Blizzard bait, because that allows them also to get to the Draco Meteor, and if they do that, they're going to KO, or a Thunder if they have Thunder, and at that point I would get off no charge moves. So in some situations, it is better to just go for the 2 Surfs. You know, you might get 1 shield, and if you don't, you're going to put them in the red anyways. And then I could bring in my Rhyperior here. Now the Dialga will get off an Iron Head before I can faint down, but this is still a decent situation. They actually go for Draco Meteor, and we're going to farm down. The only disadvantage here is that we have lost switch advantage, which is not good. Our opponent brings in Garchomp, and I'm going to go for the Rock Wrecker simply because I don't want to get debuffed on defense here. And a little bit of lag, which is standard for Go Battle League. Our opponent goes for the Outrage, so a good shield there. And now I'm going to go for the Superpower because I just need to get rid of this Garchomp. Don't really care for the debuff at this point. And we're not able to farm down, but our Kyogre can come in here and easily win with 1 Waterfall. Outrage is enough to KO, especially with that debuff. Giratina comes in. Sorry, we had Giratina in the back, I meant to say. If this is an Outrage, it's really going to hurt. But even Sandstorm, you know, it's going to lower the defense. Depending on what they have in the back, they have a Melmetal. So this is generally a favorable matchup for Giratina. However, with the we should still be fine. But the debuff is going to make it closer. But we pretty much just need 1 more Shadow Ball here and the game is going to be over. And this Melmetal is going to lead at least 3 Rock Slides, even with the debuff. So we get to the Shadow Ball, and this is going to be a GG there. And we are going to head into match number 5 now. Currently 3-1 in this set. And we are going to get matched up with Uchi94. And we are going to lead with the Kyogre once more. They're going to bring in the Melmetal. So as we've seen in some of the previous matches, this is a pretty decent situation for Kyogre. Opponent switches out into Snorlax. Going to bring in the Rhyperior here. This is a pretty close matchup actually, depending on what the Snorlax is running. In this situation here, I was expecting a Body Slam. It's actually an Earthquake, which is really going to hurt. And I'm just going to go for the Superpower. May have been able to bait with the Rock Wrecker, however, because our energy is so low already, I just want to get off at least 2 Superpowers. And this is quite unfortunate for us here. I'm going to let it go down and bring in the Kyogre, who will be in a decent situation against Snorlax as well. We need to get rid of the Snorlax though, because we cannot have it line up against the Giratina in the back. And our opponent lets that go through. This should only be a Body Slam, which is not going to do too much to Kyogre. But we shield it. So I don't think that was a good shield there. And brings in the Mewtwo. We're going to go for Surf here. Now I suppose my thinking for using that shield is because I had 2 shields and our opponent had 0. Just in case it was a bigger move, but it was quite clear that it was going to be a Body Slam there. We bring in the Giratina Origin here. We have a shield. This Mewtwo is going to go for Side Strike most likely here. Shield it up, because Side Strike's still going to do decent damage against Giratina. Go for the Omnis Wind. This will KO, and let's see what they have in the back. And it is going to be the Melmetal from the start. And once again, Melmetal versus Giratina is a very favorable position for us. Giratina just needs to get to 2 Shadow Balls, while the Melmetal is going to have to get to about 4 Rock Slides in order to win this match. So this is going to be a win for us. We could actually finish it off here with the Omnis win. And this Rock Slide will not KO. They're going to need about 2 more Rock Slides. And the Omnis win here will be enough to win this matchup. So we're going to go 4-1 in this set. To be honest, Master League has been very challenging so far. Most of my sets are going either 2-3, 3-2, 4-1. I've even had a few sets where I went 1-4. And on Go Battle Day, I actually went 0-5 in one set. It's been really hard, especially without a best buddy Dialga. Very difficult. Almost as difficult as catching these Landers, which are extremely annoying to catch. Big waste of time. And we're going to claim our rewards here. And we move into 2803. So not too bad. Still quite a ways away from rank 10. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with more daily content tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.